Well, back in Accra, Collins Kweku alias Kola, the suspect being held by the police in connection with the shooting which occurred at the Ablekuma Central constituency on the 8th of December, has been remanded into police custody for 1 week. The accused person pleaded not guilty to 6 counts of causing harm, possession of firearms without lawful authority, and using offensive weapons without legal authority. On December 8th, 5 persons, including a police officer and a journalist, were shot at the Collation Center in the Ablekuma Central constituency at the Odoko Police Church after the suspect allegedly opened fire indiscriminately. In court today, lawyer for the accused, Faisal Sise, who pleaded for bail for his client, contended he is a public officer employed as a national security officer. My colleague Kweku Asante was in court and joins us with more. Hello, Kweku. So just tell us what the reaction was when the news was delivered by the suspect's lawyer that he was a member of the national security.
Well, so Benes, there was quite an unease in court today when the suspect was declared as a member of the national security. And so the lawyers was actually contending that the specific actions he took was his lawful authority, the actions he was supposed to be taking on that specific day. And so when the lawyer said that, of course, it did not convince the judge to give him bail, who still remanded him in custody. But the sitting or the hearing started quite late because the suspect was not brought in so early. But when he was brought in, the charges were read to him: 6 counts of causing harm, possession of firearms without lawful authority, and using offensive weapons without legal authority. When these charges were read to him, he pleaded not guilty to all 6 counts. And so what the court had to do was to decide whether or not to grant him bail or not. But the court decided that he should be remanded in police custody until next week, 24th December 2020, when the case will return to the circuit court for more deliberations to take place.
Kweku, we can see the suspect in a sling and some bandage around his hand. Do we know exactly what led to that injury?
Well, the police explained in court that when he was apprehended at the specific collision center on 8th December, they used tasers and other things on him because he was violent, he had guns and other things. And so he was actually admitted to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And according to his lawyer, he's actually still on admission at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And so the bandages and all those plasters you see around him were some of the injuries he suffered in his blowout with the Ghana Police Service and other members of the security services at Odoko at the Ablekuma West Constituency Collision Center last week.
The Ghana Journalists Association was in court today. What was their reaction?
Well, so I spoke with Kofi Eboa, who is the General Secretary of the Ghana Journalists Association, and he's been saying that they are going to follow this case to its logical conclusion. You could sense that they thought that this guy was, having been explained in court that he was a national security operative stationed at the Jubilee House, the office of the president, at the operations department in court, there was this notion that maybe there was certain unseen hands that were going to interfere in the case. And so the General Secretary of the Ghana Journalists Association actually saying that they are going to ensure that there is justice for this journalist who was shot and other people who suffered various degrees of injuries at this specific station. So Kofi Eboa is saying that they are going to make sure that they follow this case to its logical conclusion and make sure that justice is served for all those involved.
Right, Kweku Asante there giving us details of what transpired in court earlier today. You're watching JoyNews today with me, Bernice Abubedu-Lansa. And earlier we brought you the protest by NDC supporters in the Ketu South constituency and also right here in Accra, Northridge to be precise. We showed you visuals of the police shooting rubber bullets at them. Our man Maxwell Agbaba is still on the ground and we'll bring you updates on that particular situation. But coming up shortly in business, UND